104.1 KRBE, a Cumulus media station.
Good morning, everyone.
We ready?
Live from the TXU Energy Studio.
The Roula and Eric Show with Eric, featuring Special K and Sam. It's time for Revenge.
Let's go,
For the
baby.
truly wronged, sometimes all you have left is revenge.
On the Roula and Eric Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
Okay, definitely parental discretion is advised.
Yes, Eric has taught us that even though we didn't think it would get
Hey,
down
you never
and
know when
dirty.
people get emotional.
They get mad, it gets
Revenge.
heated.
So revenge is where somebody messed with you and you got them back. And you're like, yes, revenge is mine. But they don't know you got them back until you get on our show to tell everybody about it.
Mm-hmm.
So go to krbe.com or you can just direct message Eric on Instagram at Producer
Instagram's the
Eric.
best way to DM me. 'Cause I check that every other hour.
It's Producer Eric. He's on there for 7 hours a day.
Yeah, 12.
Can't miss it. 12 hours a day.
Not just on Instagram, but on social media.
Okay.
It's pretty sad.
12 hours a day. So let's welcome our revenger to the
Yep, we
to
got
the show.
Marion standing by.
Marion, welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Marion.
Good morning, Marion. What brings you to revenge? Who are you mad at?
Well, I'm mad at my friend Jason. Apparently, he's been lifting my image and using it to meet girls and say I was his girlfriend, even though we've never dated, like ever. Never thought of him like that.
How does that work?
On his dating profile, he has a picture of you and him. Then I think, okay, well, this guy, why? What
Or is
the
it because
point
you're like
having
really
girls
hot
there?
and it shows that this guy can get some really
that's
hot
a
girls?
possibility, yeah.
That's a turnoff either way. What was his reasoning?
I found out because he was really, really drunk one night, and I had his dog, and I was taking his dog back over there and trying to wake him up and be like, okay, here's your dog. I'm done with this. And he wouldn't pay attention, and it was just very obnoxious. But his phone kept going off, and Jason is not the brightest crown in the box.
I think that's a mixed metaphor there. You opened up his phone?
Well, yeah, I could open his phone because it's not locked, right? He doesn't have a passcode on it. So I open up this phone, and I'm seeing this text thread, and not just this text thread. There's several very similar to this, where he is talking to girls using a picture of me saying, hey, you want to come over and have a threesome with me and my girlfriend? And, like, so many of these kinds of text threads in his phone.
Oh, that's not good.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Let's talk about the theory of that. He's trying to get some group activity going. And if, let's say, one of these ladies was interested, how does he produce the third party?
That is a fantastic question.
His logic escapes me there.
I guess he's just hoping it's like those people that do commercials trying to get you in their place. It's like a bait and switch.
At least you're in the
Oh,
store.
okay.
I get to the store, now I'm going to just try and get you to buy something.
All of these texts have my picture and photos of he and I together because, like I said, we're friends and acting like we're boyfriend-girlfriend and we're totally up for some group
Oh,
activity.
my God, I'd be so mad.
Okay, well, obviously you have this information and you're not happy about it. Is that what this whole basis of revenge is based on?
Oh, absolutely. But I'm clever and I like to plan, so I didn't get back at him right then. I set up more of a long con.
A long
Oh, the long con.
You played the long game.
All right,
You're playing chess, not
You've
checkers.
got Jason lined up on the phone, right?
Yep, we got him all ready to go, but he can't hear this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, let's welcome him to the conversation there, Marianne, and you can tell him what we don't even know yet.
I love it.
Hi, Jason. Welcome to the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Hey, Jason, we're great.
Thanks for
Pretty
being here
good.
today and for hanging on in silence this whole long time.
Yeah.
You're probably wondering why we have you here
Well,
today.
because on Tuesdays, we like to let people air out their grievances.
Listen, somebody that knows you, Jason, contacted our show, and it's Marion, your friend Marion. She can hear us. She's listening in. Say hi, Marion.
Hi.
Marian. Hi. What's
Yeah.
happening, girl?
Oh, so remember the other night when I dropped your dog off and you were like super trashed?
I was super trashed. It's hard to remember.
Yeah.
But I vaguely remember you bringing
Yeah.
Max back. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I noticed on your phone that you were using pictures of us, specifically me, to lure women back to your place for a threesome.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry.
What's the big deal? It's funny, right? I mean, I'm not. It's just, I mean, you're helping
That's
me out.
funny?
We're friends, right?
Jason, you don't think that was unfair to her to use her image and not even tell her?
Are you doing that as a joke?
I mean, I'm not like making her do the threesomes with me. I'm just
Well,
using
are you
as
getting
bait.
that? Because what's happening to the third party when she shows up
Rula-
and there is no duo
Rula
there?
had this question earlier.
Yeah, how are you asking women to come join you and your partner when there is no partner for you?
Well, I mean, they come there and they say, "Oh, she's not feeling well," and then they say, "Oh, it's okay. You're cute anyway."
And this has worked.
It has a couple times.
Ryan's like taking notes.
Yeah, right.
No, Brian is not taking
take some
notes.
notes.
No.
Hey, yeah.
I mean, I guess you're really going out there to at least find out if the tryst, they're already into the extra. So later, if y'all end up getting together, you already know they're into the extra.
I mean, Marion's pretty. Why not use that?
Honestly, Jason, how do you know that these people you're texting aren't people that I work with or that are like friends of friends? You have no idea what you're doing when you're throwing this out.
Come on, these girls would not be the kind of people that you'd associate with.
You never know.
But yeah, you hang out together.
He's basically saying, well, they're trashy.
But you hang out with her, so it's like, oh.
I mean, you're using her image, her reputation, her everything when it's her face.
Well, this segment's called Revenge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Marion, tell us
Marion-
what's going on.
Yeah, Jason, have you been getting a lot of messages, phone calls lately?
What are you talking about? What kind of phone calls?
Specifically from men?
That was you? You know how many pictures of buttholes I've been getting?
Oh, my God.
How many?
Oh, my.
I created a Grindr account on my phone and used your photo and been giving out your phone number to a lot of guys.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
2 people can play this game. Let's just say I am pretty good with words.
Wow.
I don't think they're even looking at the
Wow.
words. All she's got to do is post a picture of,
Say, show me your stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even like buttholes. I don't even want to see my... How do you even get back there with the camera? It's so weird.
Selfie
Take that
stick, I guess.
picture, huh? Okay, well, now you know why you're being bombarded with all this.
Close down the Grindr account, please.
If you stop luring women in with my picture, I will close down the Grindr account, but I will reactivate it in a hot second if you do this again.
Oh, wow.
You should send us the
Who knows what he's
photos,
done?
dude. Maybe make sure that it's not Kevin.
Yeah, Eric's phone number is 972.
No, stop it.
Wait, Kevin?
Stop it. Okay, that was actually very clever on your part, Marion. If he's going to use your pictures to try and get women, you have created a Grindr account for him to get men unsolicited. Thanks for coming to our show. I'm glad y'all talk this out and y'all just make peace with this and go your separate ways.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Take care.
That's so messed
Well,
up.
I mean,
Who
I
would
like
do
that
that
she
to their
got him back
friend?
for exactly what he was doing to her.
That's true.
He's getting girls with her picture, so she used his picture to get him some guys,
At least
even
you're
though
gonna-
he didn't want that.
You at least got to tell him.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's like, why am I getting all these,
Can we reset again? Can we reset again? If you are a single male or a female and you are out there looking for the opposite gender, do not make your profile picture with someone else. Just you should be in the picture. Only
Rula,
you.
women
or
do
a
this
dog.
as well.
Your
Rula
pet.
So many women will have their picture, and you don't know who's the actual person.
Getting back
There's
out with those apps,
two
Ryan.
people.
Get back out of those raps. You know, it'd be really weird if somebody that you used to work with or something like that,
Oh, yeah.
connected with you after a long time. You'd be like, wait, I used to hate you. God, you were the office.
Like in high school or something, they were like a bully to you.
And then they're like, oh
We
my
had a
God.
listener call in about that. Remember, she lost weight, she got her boobs done, and then the guy didn't know it was her when they matched on Tinder. It was a while back.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
Yeah,
Amar.
She
yeah.
went from geek to chic.
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
Yeah,
look
yeah.
at me
Wasn't that-
now.
wasn't that
Ginny
Ginny
Jones.
Jones? Yeah.
Or all those talk shows in
But
the
that was her
90s.
big- that was
Montel
From
Williams.
geek to chic.
That was her thing. Every week she'd take you from geek to chic.
So
I
you were the ugly duckling, and then look at me now.
Yeah, it's all look at me now. If you want to be part of Revenge, go to krbe.com or you can direct message Eric at Producer Eric on Instagram and he'll get you set up so we can hear what you did, what happened to you first, and then what you did. Because coming up next, Eric brought up a funny question as we were talking about how he is currently married happily to his wife.
Currently.
And he would not allow his own daughters to date a man like him. Explain that.
I was just thinking that when I met my in-laws back then, like asked for their daughter's hand in marriage and all that stuff, that and they were great. They're like, yes, they were so excited.
They saw the potential in you.
But I'm like, looking back, I'm like, I would not have bet on me. I'd be like, this guy's got a credit score so low. He's got no money. He lives on a couch.
Not even a whole sectional, just a
They
section.
saw the big
But they
picture.
probably
Eric.
know the stuff about. They probably didn't know that stuff. Obviously, they didn't know that I had nothing. I just divorced, have a 4-year-old kid. That's a lot to handle for
You're right. On
future
paper, it
in-laws.
did not look promising.
on paper.
On paper, you were a newly divorced dad with a 4-year-old, new to Houston, with
Yeah,
nothing.
but they knew-
other than being employed on this show.
They
That's
knew
it.
you were an honest, good guy, and
Yeah.
that you loved their daughter, and that's all that matters. That's
Maybe-
what any parent wants for their child.
You have
maybe-
to remember that, Ryan,
Yeah.
when your daughter brings you a man like what Eric's situation is. Let's see what you tell
Because we're
fans.
thinking about Father's Day as a dad, all you want is the best for your kids. You want them to have a good life. Like I want my girls to get the best education and make their own money and not have to rely on another person.
That's a biggie.
Yeah, that's my big thing. I don't want them ever to marry somebody and
feel like
rely
they're
on their
trapped.
money and
Like,
they're trapped. They
I
can't get out of it.
Yeah.
Hell no.
So, would you allow your child to be, not that you have really a control choice, but if they came to you and said, what do you think about this person, mom or dad? Would you kibosh the relationship if that person was like you were when you first met your mate?
So why is that? Like, I want you to call us and tell us
What
why.
about you was so bad?
What was it back when you were
What
like
was so
22?
bad about you?
Yeah.
Okay, 833.
What was so bad about you?
Self-reflection here, people.
833-390-KRBE. That's 833-390-5723.
None of us were perfect. We know there's always something we all had.
You gotta go for that potential man, but what if they're?
I can't
what if
tell you
really
how
a little
many
hazy.
parents shot me down. They're like, "Oh no, you're not going out with my daughter."
And now their daughter's like, "Thank God, mom and dad, you saved me."
Oh, thanks.
I've been on the radio all day talking about my life.
You're like, I'd be on the air all the time. Look at our families.
Hell no.
All right, we'll talk to you next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric. 390-KRBE is our phone number. We want you to chime in with the answer of, would you let your own child date someone like you? When you first met your child's mother or father, right? Let's say, in Eric's case, when he first met his wife, would he let his daughters now marry a man like their mother chose?
On paper, I had just divorced, 4-year-old child, lives in another city, no money. My couch is my bed because I couldn't put my sectional together because my apartment was so small.
Is that a section?
Yeah.
It wouldn't
Doing a
be
radio
that.
show where you do talk about your life, and that's not easy either.
But think about it.
For people that are private.
It's a testament to how mature and how wise they were that they saw the bigger picture.
You're talking about
They
his
saw,
in-laws.
yeah, your in-laws saw that you had potential that
But
you
they're smart.
could.
Someone like me, though, if I saw that, I'd be like, no, I can't see that big 10 years down the road.
Yeah, they saw the big picture, and they were right. Look.
Well, jury's still out. We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, hang on the line. We're going to go to the phones at 833-390-KRBE. Hi, Leslie. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
So tell us, what is bad about you that you would want your own son to bring home a girl like you when you first met his dad?
Well, when I first met his dad, it was great. I was young, but I had a lot of family issues, issues that kids should never go through. And I had anger and cheated on, we got married. I cheated on him and, we had kids and, I had anger issues and then I started drinking and I should have gotten therapy as a young adult and I never did. And I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want my kids to go through that,
Oh, to have to endure all that.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
So how long did that relationship last, Leslie? You and your then husband, are y'all still together or did y'all end
the
relationship?
Yeah, we ended. Yeah, it lasted 10 years.
10 years.
Still a long time, 10 years.
Mm-hmm. But look at all the pain.
So you're saying
there was a lot of pain.
So yeah, if your son brought home a girl like you would be like, no, run and hide from this girl.
Yeah, they're not going to listen to you, but yeah, I would definitely try to talk to my son. And
they'll probably
tell
drive
him,
it to him. They'll drive it closer to that person.
How old is your son now, Leslie?
He will be 22 in July.
Okay, have you had a discussion with him about, obviously I'm 22 years old. I'm assuming maybe he's found interest in somebody at some point along the way. Have you said, no, don't go to anybody like me? Have you ever had that kind of conversation with him?
I have. And, of course, he's my son. He thinks I'm perfect and absolutely not. So by no means. So, it's a situation that, I wish I could have done better for my kids. And as I get older, there's so much regret. And, I wish I could go back. So
a lot of us have that. You do your best and you hope that you've done a good job.
It's funny we always talk about if I had a time machine, I'd go back and tell myself something. If I went back and told myself first, I'd be like, man, your hairline's gone back, but you still have hair, Eric. Good. But
You and the
then I'd be
hair.
like, I'm not listening to you, old man. You wouldn't even
Well,
listen
you
to your...
can't.
It's
At
like
that
in
age.
Back to the
You
Future
can't.
when Biff goes back to young Biff.
Yeah.
He goes, "What do you want, old man?" He goes, "Listen to me, you stupid kid.
You're not gonna
I'm
listen.
gonna make you rich if you just follow this
No,
almanac."
you wouldn't.
You're not going to listen to yourself because you don't listen to your parents when you're a kid.
I want
think
you to,
They
like-
don't know anything. You're not going to listen to yourself if you came back.
No, not at all. Take the calls first, but then I want to share with you guys something.
Mike is up next at 833-390 KRBE. Hi, Mike.
Hey, good morning. How y'all doing today?
Hey, Mike.
So the question is, for those just tuning in, go back to when you met your mate that you had children with, your current child right now. Would you let that child date someone like you?
One of the biggest things that I was raised by my grandparents. One of the biggest things that I learned through them is that people can change. You just got to give them that benefit of the doubt, that chance in life. I'm only 28. And I feel like so many years have gone by already, and I'm, for some, I'm still young. I'm still a young pup. I myself have a lot to learn. But in terms of my daughter, letting her date somebody, like me at that time, when I met my wife at 21 college. Yes. But I do think that, it's something that we should all sit down and talk and talk about what are the expectations long term? What do you want with my daughter? What are your goals in life? I want to know what that individual's life, not what he wants so much with my daughter, but what are his goals in life? What are his aspirations? I want to know about him.
Did you feel like you didn't have
I know all about my
aspirations
daughter.
when you were 21?
Did you have those?
I was 21. I was partying in college. As far as aspirations, long term, no. I do regret, looking back and why I didn't kind of set myself up a little bit better for the future. Because this topic is one of those emotional kind of topics, and it makes you go back and think about, damn, I wish I could have done more. And you just hope that everything you've done up until now, you hope that it's enough, or you hope that it was a good job for your children.
Did you have infidelity in your relationship with your daughter's mom?
No.
You
In
didn't? Okay.
fact, the only situation was myself with just kind of figuring out, I guess that those long-term goals. Because if I would have thought about that, we wouldn't be in our current kind of like, how are we going to pay the bills? Or, let's make sure that the girls have all they need. And then, just wanting to make sure that we have things for ourselves as parents and adults. The kids will always come first, food on the table. But, sometimes us as parents, I think it's important that for our relationship as well, it be healthy so that our children can grow and see what a good marriage, a good relationship is like. Because I definitely had that with my grandmother and grandfather.
Got it. All right. Well, thanks, Mike. People are texting also at 37530, answering the question, would you be okay with your child dating somebody who was like you when you first met your mate? This person said, I'd be fine if my son married somebody like me, but I do not want him to find a wife that has a personality like my ex-husband.
Okay.
That's another thing. You recognize that in your mate or your ex.
And that's probably easier because it's hard to reflect on yourself. That's why we go to therapy and stuff. Because you can't diagnose yourself, but you can always do it to others, like she said about her ex.
This person said, oh my God, this hits hard for me. The only thing I regret and would want to go back is where I sent my son to college. My daughter is marrying a man that is basically her dad's twin in regards to his goals and expectations in his future. But our son, well, that's a different story, right? Oops. What happened there? All right, Ryan, you said you wanted to share something?
Yeah. So when my daughter first went off to college, I knew she was getting involved with this guy, and I started hearing, she's telling me all about him and everything, and I'm hearing way too many similarities. Like he had problems, like mental problems, similar to what I did. Mental illness ran in my family. I got a touch of it, obviously. If you listen to the show, I am. But I kept telling her, I'm like, look, he may be a good person deep down, but you are young. Do you think that you can be equipped to live with mental illness and have this? Because it's going to rob you of a lot of experiences. It's going to rob you of your own
just go away.
Time and heart. No, it can't. And you can't trust that somebody's going to stay on their meds. And it just drains you.
But did she tell you he was like officially diagnosed mental illness with meds?
Yeah. What did she say after you told her this? Did she blow you off?
I didn't tell her what to do. I just put the information out there. And I think it sunk in because probably 6 weeks later, she's like, yeah, you're right. I just can't live my life like this. So I thank God that I did it in a way where I wasn't saying you can't see him. I refuse to let you see him or anything.
Hotter.
I just basically tried to put it out there like, this is what you're going to be dealing with your whole life. And it's a lot to take care of somebody who's got those kind of problems.
Well, what's that phrase? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them.
Yeah.
When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Because a lot of times you like somebody so much, like, no, that's not. If they show you a crazy temper, if they show you obsessive compulsiveness or possessiveness about you, if your little voice is telling you something, you're thinking, oh, well, that's just a little scratch.
You have to believe in actions. Like,
you got to believe them.
People could say the most beautiful words, and you'll fall for it and you'll believe it.
Their actions are.
But their actions are the only thing you've got to pay attention to.
Off the air, we were talking about in Boston how domestic violence goes up when their teams lose in sports.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something, too, to look at, how they react to sports.
Yeah, are they raged out and ruined?
Like when the Rockets lost, I was so mad for like a day and a half.
But you never felt like you would take out physical violence on another human being.
But I mean, you can watch how they act, though.
But you have broken things before, haven't you?
No, I wanted to, but if I was like Elvis.
Well,
like,
you broke that Jessica Simpson picture when she was dating Tony Romo.
But he's saying with Elvis, he had a revolver to shoot the TV.
Yeah, but I came in here and I was so mad at her for ruining the Cowboys when we were dating.
Crazy.
That was her fault. That's why they sucked that year.
So,
now they just suck.
Little life lesson from Dad Eric over here. If you're a teen girl or a girl in your 20s or 30s dating somebody and they get too crazy,
I'm saying like a week and
sports.
they can't let it go. It's like these Yankee fans with the Astros. It's
it's been years.
2017 trash can thing. Okay, you still,
oh my God,
you still mad, bro?
It's been almost 10 years, man.
Yeah. You weren't going to win anyway.
You weren't going to win anyway. You weren't. All right. Well, y'all go to the listener line, 713-278-VENT. That's 8368. And we'll hear your calls there, especially if you've been screaming it out on text, all in caps. That is the problem I'm having right now with my son and his girlfriend. How do I handle this?
It's tough.
Therapy. You can call there and we can help you out or just to hear your stories.
I know you have Celebrity Scoop, but we got to bring in a couple of
our radio school girls.
Oh, yeah.
To give you a little review on Love Island. This is the biggest show of the summer last year, and it looks like it's going to be just as big this year. Everywhere I go, I hear, for some reason, kids love this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know my kid was watching it with your kid until just about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
But if you're just waking up or just tuning in, Roula and Eric have brought their kids here today.
Yeah, it's bring your kids to work day. So
my
Eric's
youngest,
daughter,
my oldest, she's working. She's making money.
Yeah. Ava is 14. Alexandra's 14. Eleni is 12. MJ's 10. They're all here.
MJ's not watching Love Island.
No, he's not. He's currently on his iPad.
Not yet.
Playing some
watching.
So Ava and Alexandra, I guess, will give us the recap of Love Island. I didn't even know. I don't even know what to say.
And you got to tell us what the concept is. I don't know that show.
What do I know the watching of those two and a mod?
Okay.
We'll talk about it next in Scoop on KRVE.
And Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRVE.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas, and because we're doing our own little family radio camp over here, today we decided to bring our kids in because our kids love to hear about Try It Tuesday when they're going to school.
Oh, yeah.
And now they're out for the summer, and it's Tuesday. They all wanted to be here, so 8 o'clock we're doing Try It Tuesday.
The food's ready to go. We're going to the British Isles.
The British Isles.
The store in Rice Village.
I got a good appetite.
Well, they got lots of chips and sweets and stuff.
The girls were practicing their accents in the other room.
Oh, they were?
Oh, nice.
So we've got Eric's daughter, Ava, here. We've got my daughter, Alexandra.
Hello.
We've got my daughter, Eleni.
Hello.
And then we've got MJ here, who visited last time.
What's up, sandwiches?
What's up, buddy? Say hi.
Hi.
Hi. Okay, so MJ's like distracted because he's doing his own thing. Because I didn't know this until right before the last time we talked, like 10 minutes ago, not even 5 minutes ago, that Alexandra has been using Eric's password via Ava to watch Love Island. And then everyone's texting me, Alexandra and Ava. That's not very age appropriate for 14-year-olds. It is very frisky. What is happening, girls? Oh my God. What is Love Island about? Tell us what Love Island is about.
All right, so basically it's like a dating show, and you just kind of have to It's really interesting because you have to like recouple a lot. There's much of like challenges.
Are
and
any of the couples on there, Ava, already together and they're trying to break them apart to the other people, or these are all just strangers that met on the island?
And then
Okay.
there's this one.
They have games and stuff. They compete.
Yeah, there's like
Survivor
games.
meets dating.
Challenges. Yeah, there's lots of challenges and stuff.
But why this? Because this thing last year blew up on Peacock.
Yeah, 'cause it
like
was the
anyone
best
from age 14 to 30, that was the summer show, and it's happening again. I'm looking at ratings. I'm seeing stuff. I mean, like I was at Target. I told you guys the other day, and these two 16-year-older kid boys were trying on some clothes, saying, "Oh, I look like this guy from Love Island." I'm like, "What? What is going on?" I know you watched the show a little bit,
and I caught up late because I saw the winners last season. I was like, "Oh, they're a cute couple," so I got into the whole lore of Love Island, and now I kind of love it.
Okay, so I guess every week somebody gets eliminated on this island because they cheated on somebody, or what gets you off of the island? Alexandra.
Basically, so they do recoupling, and then whichever person, like last time someone got removed, it was an uneven number of boys and girls. There were more girls, so the girl that didn't get picked got like removed.
What does uncoupling mean? So somebody has
Like
to
they
kind of
repick who they're going to be coupled up with.
and they are a couple for like a day or for like a week.
It's usually like 2 or 3 days.
and they just share a room, or they
yeah,
have like
everyone shares a
girls'
room.
cabins and boy cabins.
Everyone's in a room, and then the couples share a bed.
Oh, well, this is wow. You're watching a lot of.
That's why you love summertime, don't you,
I
as
don't know
parents?
what's going on there. So I
But
guess
it's like,
you've
oh, this is
learned
going to be
a
mature
lot.
stuff, but it's on Peacock. It's not like Peacock can do.
No, they don't get really raunchy on
No,
Peacock.
there's no nudity.
No, they blur it out.
Oh, there is,
Okay.
but it's just blurred.
Yeah.
Like in the
God,
showers, it shows them in the showers, but they're like blurred.
Yeah, but like they have like a section of the shower where it's like blurred out.
Oh my god!
I
So you
just
still see like their
realized
head and you can see their head and their
this is
legs.
TVMA. I didn't realize it because I'm an MA.
MA. Mature audiences.
Alexandra,
Don't get mad at me.
what are you guys doing?
We're watching a TV show.
I know, but I thought you're watching things like, I don't know.
Cracker Nuts, or what is it?
No, what is it, Lenny?
No, they blur that out.
The Australian family?
I love the Norse
the
nut.
Norris nut.
That's
my
an
favorite.
Australian family on YouTube, or who is that, Lenny?
Yeah, it's Australian family on YouTube, and they have how many kids? Like six. And they're one of the youngest. How is the youngest? Six. And the oldest is 20.
So it's like a whole family. It's like a reality
They have
show.
6 kids, and they do like a bunch of challenges, and they come out with a new video every Saturday.
And you already
go
know
watch
we
the
want.
Norse
Yeah,
Nuts.
and a lot of people are texting us, Ava and Alexandra. They say lots of bad words on Love Island.
Oh, I have a feeling there's going to be a little talk after the show.
Here's
It's
those
okay.
words for me.
Yeah.
That's a problem when you have an older sibling, because their sibling, they watch it together.
And now
'Cause she's
your
16.
child has infiltrated my child.
Oh, God.
Alexandra, Lenny, do not watch this. Do not watch what Alexandra watches.
I won't.
She's watching the Norris Nuts over here and their shenanigans in Australia. Who are some of the other kids that you guys grew up with? You guys grew up with Karina, Ronald
Sis
and
versus
Karina?
bro.
Ronald and Karina.
Oh,
Who's the little gymnastic family that?
oh, the
it's
Ninja
like-
Kids.
The Ninja Kids. Remember them, Eric? The Ninja Kids kind of look like a bunch of Ben Afflecks.
They quit.
They look like they're from.
They quit YouTube.
Well, because they made so much money. The Ninja Kids were these brothers and sisters who are gymnastics kids,
Oh, they're
and their
already
parents
fit.
really would just film them all the time doing obstacle courses in their backyard and all
They
this
do look
fitness
like
stuff.
a bunch of Ben Afflecks.
Don't they? They look like a bunch of Ben Afflecks. That's exactly who the Ninja Kids are. Ben Affleck, little 2.0 clone
These
kids.
up.
And yeah, if you look at the Ninja Kids, it's 3 boys, I think, and a girl.
Yes.
And then they made like a song, like just like Rebecca Black did It's Friday. The Ninja Kids did this terrible song. Like the girl did a song with her best
No,
friend.
it was good. I
And
used
they
to love
kids
that
thought
song.
It was good. Do you remember what it was
I
called?
loved it. It was like my best friend.
Yes, I'm saying like it's not the bar is not set high for our kids to be entertained by other kids on YouTube channels. It's really not set high. But the Ninja Kids have been around for a long time and they've now retired because they're just probably living
Yeah,
off
one
the
of them's
follows.
married. One of
Oh,
them just got
really?
married.
The oldest one. I did not know
It was
this.
like Brennan.
What's it,
I
like
don't
Brian
know.
or something?
Brennan? I don't know.
You know what's funny is you get those texts for it, and then the people that come in and defend it saying it's fine. It's hilarious how things
Let's
happen that
see.
way.
Somebody said the girls are in bikinis and barely any coverage on Love Island. The language is horrendous. It's not even the cursing. It's the horrible grammar and diction. That's funny. Let's see. Basically, there's a 3x3 inch covering their breast areas. Love Island, the next text. Love Island is fine for 14. They hear and see worse at school, do they? I don't know.
Yes, yes.
That's why I think these parents that are texting this don't realize what these kids are hearing
Yeah,
at age
it's way worse.
11 and 12.
Oh, how
What
about
age
this
were
point?
y'all? Let me ask you guys a question. What age were y'all when you heard something at school? You're like, ooh, That's horrible. Like
10.
That's
Probably
when you first exposed.
8.
8?
Probably like 9 or like 8 or 9.
Is that 4th grade?
So that's when
Yeah,
the bad
4th grade or
language came
3rd
in?
grade.
Yeah.
Bad words?
Yeah, because that's when COVID started. So, like, everyone's going crazy.
Everyone went
Oh,
crazy.
wow. See, these are COVID kids.
Yeah.
Because Eleni was 1st grade Zoom COVID.
Though that was like
baby.
the time of my life. It was so fun. I
It
loved
was the time of my life.
Your life,
No, I
Eleni.
just wake up in my pajamas. I can just go downstairs, eat breakfast, turn off my camera, go on an iPad.
So you missed a whole year of school.
I mean, my teacher didn't really care. She was just like, guys, you need to be paying attention.
I mean,
what's
she
she
did
gonna do?
care,
It's
but the
like-
poor
Well,
woman
like,
was
she cared, but it was
suffering
just,
like everybody
so
else
much.
was,
And it
trying
was
to
so
control
fun because,
25
like,
squares.
I had like an hour for my recess, so I would like go to get food and play outside.
Yeah, what was
It
your
like, really
recess back
fun.
then? I forget.
I went with Miss Pepper.
Would we swim?
Yeah, I swam, and then like I would like watch like PBS Kids.
PBS kids.
Well, because she was 1st grade.
Yeah, 1st
Wait,
grade.
what
I
were,
watched Pink
what were those
Delicious.
people that were on, like, the boy and the girl, like, the detective or whatever?
That was
you
Odd
loved?
Squad.
Oh, yeah, I love
Odd
Odd
Squad.
Squad.
I still watch that to this
That
day.
was cute.
And speaking of throwbacks, like thinking back of the day, Roula's kids, do y'all remember that magical baseball game that one of y'all played on May 6th of 2023?
May 6th. Oh, yeah. Softball. Your championship.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Awesome.
Okay, so I want to make sure it really happened because your mommy told me for 20 years to marry the person I love.
Oh, my
and then
God.
instead of coming to my wedding, she went to that game, and I hope it was
I
magical.
said you
Oh,
bitch.
magical.
I have a
Wounds
giant
are still
ring.
deep.
She got a ring,
We
baby.
got a ring?
And I love that you love me so much, Kevin, that it still hurt your heart so much
It
I
hurt.
wasn't
It
there.
hurts my heart and
because
Booster's heart.
it hurt
I'm
me
sorry.
too that I couldn't go. But
I know.
I told
But
you.
when someone tells you to
gone.
marry someone for 20 years and then you don't go to the wedding, that hurts.
Well, listen, Maysember is a tough time for parents. So
but, like-
Who came to
you
the
gotta give me
wedding?
some grace on that.
Ryan came to the wedding, y'all. I love you, Ryan.
But until you guys have kids, you don't know what it's like when they're in the
Yeah.
it right
And
then.
she's in the
It's a
championship.
lot.
They won the
Yeah,
championship.
but they weren't
Kev.
even that
Alex,
good.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes.
No, they weren't even that good.
Main thing is Kevin.
Trust me.
Main thing is Kevin got a
So
present. I
nice.
hope you better
Yeah,
give him a
he
good
did.
present.
I did. I got an awesome gift. Thank
It's
you.
not
Well,
like
I'm
stiff
glad,
on the
I'm
gift.
really glad you remember because it's a very important day and a very important part
I
of your
didn't know
life.
the date.
I know the
but
date.
Oh, I
I
remember
know
the
the
date.
game.
Because I remember when you sent your save the date, Kev, I was like, oh, God, Kevin and Booster are getting married during Maysember. I was like, that's going to be what, that's a variable
Save the
weekend.
Date came out like a year and a half before.
I know, Ryan, but that's, you had a daughter.
Did you just hear
Does
what
she
she
not
said?
play sports?
I know. I'm just being a goofball. I mean,
May.
like, I know.
I mean,
let me pile on.
I
I'll
went
do
through
it.
it all myself.
Yeah. You let the pile. I'll let Kevin do the piling.
Yeah, it's fine. So now I know.
All right,
Love Island is,
now Eric's
Yeah.
kids.
yeah, it's
no.
inappropriate for
I'm
children.
mad because I had to move, and now I'm like, I wish I never moved from my house. Like, I went to the wedding, and I could have stayed in my house.
Yeah, you could
But
have.
I went for money. I'm sorry. I'm not greedy.
Sorry, I'm going to sell my house. Get your way.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
what's going down in H-Town?
104.1 KRVE.
Hey, real quick, Eric, I want to ask you about this. The Astros designated reliever Forrest Whitley. I guess they're going to.
He's done, right?
Yeah, I guess they're getting rid of him now.
Yeah, he's that
And
poor
then-
guy. This guy I thought was going to be the next Verlander.
That's what they thought.
Ended up being
He was a
Hunter
first
Brown
round-
Ended up being the Verlander of our team.
Yeah, he was a first round draft pick back in
Yeah, just
2016.
injuries. Poor guy. It just sucks.
Uh-huh.
I say poor. He's got more money than we'll ever have, but still, it doesn't matter if you want to play in the pros and be a starter. And he was
kind of
always
like
injured.
a sad ending to a promising career.
But he still has a
much
chance.
injury,
Somebody
how
will pick
old
him
is
up.
he?
You
Like
think?
23?
No, maybe he's 27.
Oh, wow, okay.
Seems like he's
That
been
was
in the-
like 9 years ago.
I feel like I've been waiting for him to,
Oh, okay.
to show up like 10 years ago or 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm. So, since we've got all your girls in the studio right now and your son, when did y'all take the STAR test?
I think it was like I think it was
April. It was April.
because we took a practice start.
practice was
and
in
then
February. The real
also
one was in April.
midterms and finals.
Oh, did you know the results are coming out now?
Oh, no, I'm not looking at those.
I don't
the
think I'm gonna look
STAR
at those.
And of course, results for students.
Skip.
So, results for grades 3 through 8 are going to be available June 17th. The high school kids, it's today. They get the results. Let's see. Parents can access student scores with a 6-character student access code. And that's, I guess, on your students, do you have a card? Is that how it works?
Yeah. Do you go
Well, you
into
have to
the
have it.
app for their
No, they
reporting?
give you like a big piece of paper,
It's your press
and
button.
there's
It's like your lunch number.
It's like
It's
your
emailed
lunch
to you,
number.
basically. You get an email alert.
So they
when the
say
grades are
it's
in.
located, the student's access code is located on the front page of their state report card and can be provided by the school. So,
You know, like as I say now, parents probably don't know about this stuff. My daughter works at a camp, and every kid, like 23 of the kids, have to sign a waiver. Their parents have to sign a waiver so they can swim. And I'm like, man, these parents are just like us. Out of 22, only 3 of them signed the waiver. Remembered?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh,
Always
It was the
chasing-
first day of camp. You
Always
think you'd
chasing
remember.
parents to sign waivers.
Can you do
My
it
daughter's like, I had to
digitally?
call like 20 parents. I'm 16. I'm calling parents, asking them why they didn't have a waiver.
But you can't you do it like on your phone?
I don't know, but I just laugh how us parents, we just forget stuff.
That's kind of, all these things are popping in my head now. What age were y'all when you got your phones?
I got my
Like
phone like at
11.
Yeah,
Right
I
at
got
sixth grade. Right at sixth
No,
grade.
yeah,
The
I
day
got
before
mine,
the
like,
first day of
summer
school.
going into 6th grade.
Yeah, 6th
Okay.
grade usually a good time.
And Alexander, you got yours the week before sixth grade
I
started.
got it the night before the first day of 6th grade.
But are y'all
Ava,
allowed to
when
have
did you get
Snapchat and stuff
Yeah.
like that?
Not me.
Yes.
She is.
Yes.
But not
I
me.
just let Alexander have that right before the end of the school year.
Kevin, you're so
Because a
funny.
lot of her 8th grade friends are going to different high schools.
Oh,
And that's how they
okay. But
connect.
don't
Okay.
you feel bad that you can't have it too?
Oh, look at you.
really needling this morning.
Like, why does your
Is that
sister
what
get
they're
to do
showing you? Look
cool
at me.
things?
I'm on
Yeah, they like go on FaceTime for like 20 hours.
Yeah, like they just fall asleep with FaceTime going and stuff.
It's
Yeah,
virtual sleepovers.
It's
what
called virtual sleepovers.
Yeah, we have virtual
Basically, we do this
sleepovers.
with me, Ava,
And our friend from Colorado.
and our friend from Colorado.
Come on, Ryan. Let's have a virtual
And,
sleepover
Yeah,
this
come on,
weekend.
Eric. I'll call you
and so-
tonight.
Urban Abad, get a bunch of
We'll
people, we're gonna
fall asleep
sleep over.
together.
I
So
can't
we-
afford the roaming. It's
I
like
think-
$30 per
I
sleepover.
think like
That's what I told them. They don't
Ryan's
understand
naked,
that.
by the way, guys.
no, it's
I know we're gonna get a picture of it pretty soon.
I know.
Someone we know.
Oh, God. Oh, Lord. That's a whole other topic for the
Smart ass. I'm
Ralphie.
gonna get you.
See, he's getting y'all.
Oh, man.
We
He's
are
an equal
just
opportunity
waiting
offender.
for that landmine to explode. We are just waiting for the
All right.
landmine to
I
explode.
stirred up enough. I'm going to
Yeah,
stop.
you sure have.
Ava, when you got your phone, how old were you?
I was 11. It was
Okay.
5th grade Christmas.
All right. So coming up next, we are going to do Try It Tuesday. That's why the kids wanted to be here
yeah.
today, because it's Try It Tuesday. British foods, snacks and treats from England. We'll check them all out next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.